Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Good morning. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Just advertising here a little bit. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, All right. So, good morning, everybody. We'll have another family powwow, family get-together here. All right, let's see. So let's start out with this one here. All right, Hare Krishna. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Oh boy. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari Hari. Krishna Krishna Hari Hari. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jesus, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, there she is. All right. Miss Universe is here. All right. The blessings are coming. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Ah! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Oh man, unbelievable. Oh, great rendezvous today. Great rendezvous. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, What happened? Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Jesus, Prabhupada, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Gauranga Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Here we are, a little bit. I hope you like Russia. Russia, comrades, Krishna. It all comes from Krishna, even Russia. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare. Ah, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hey, we're neighbors there, Idaho. Yeah, I'm in Utah right now. I was just in Idaho with Anakin. Where in Idaho are you from there, Daphne? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Yeah, thank you for coming. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Riri, wherever that is. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Yeah, we do this every day, so, you're welcome to come in. We chant. It's pretty ecstatic here. We met by the river. Oh! Okay, let me think about this after I chant. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Yeah, we do this chanting every day. It lifts our consciousness up to a more deeper level. We kind of get above everything. It's fantastic. Yeah. You start to feel very close to what people call God, or Krishna, or Christ. Hare Krishna. Looks a little weird at first, but it's great. It's like Holy Spirit worship. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah, in India they consider these the names of God. So you can get your own experience of that. You don't have to be a blind believer. You can just try it out, chanting, and just see what it does. See if it doesn't uplift your life. She's feeling it. I like it. Okay, we'll just keep going with it. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Yeah, we have a nice online support community here. So that feeling will grow more and more, and you'll see it's really wonderful. Yeah, come and meet new friends here. They're all over the world. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda, Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Thanks for using
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktivinoda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Mahaprabhu summons Advaita Charya. Manjakanda, chapter 6. And we'll continue on where we left here. So Lord Chaitanya says, bring Advaita Charya. Lalita is like to know what you were feeling. I feel pure emotions. Okay. So we're going to ask Lalita here. She's asking, Lalita, I'd like to know what you were feeling. Share what you're feeling there, Lalita.
Okay. I feel communion with God. I feel I really feel God's transcendental body with my transcendental body, and I'm diving inside of him, and he dives inside of me. This is really a beautiful relationship. I'm sorry that I'm laughing. She's not used to that.
Ooh, boy. What else he asked?
It's by the mercy of my guru, Srila Guru. He does here next to me here. Wait here. No, I need to do that. It's by His mercy that I received it. this happy feeling.
She says, but I don't know what you're saying. It's kind of like it's like in some of these teachings here in Krishna consciousness, they teach you that the world in this world is like the reflection of the spiritual dimension, spiritual world. So it's like the Bible says God created man in his image. See? So what goes on here is like a dark reflection, of a darker reflection of what goes on in spirit. And so we have a soul body, and the God has a soul. He's God, he has, So our soul can be awakened and we can have a divine communion with the Lord. And it's very similar to like man woman meeting, but yet it's really pure, and there's no breakups, material breakups, and or where you're separated forever and all that stuff, or divorces. Or no, this is a permanent relationship, and it's very sublime, very very uplifting, and very pure, and it gives us eternal life. This is what life is really about, is to make this divine union. And it's kind of like a communion, very intimate and very ecstatic. That's why you see her laugh a lot, and smile. You see, look, a big smile on her face. It's a very wonderful thing. Her husband doesn't give a smile like that on her face. Only God gives her. That's a special thing.
It's mercy.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see. Daphne says, can you interpret what Lalita was trying to say? I thought I did. Maybe there's a delay or something. Yeah. So it's a divine communion from her soul, awakened soul, with God, basically, and the happiness of that. You're seeing this is transcendental happiness. It's spiritual, it's blissful. You don't just see it every day anywhere. It's a special gift of our lineage. It comes in through our lineage. To deliver people. This is our deliverance. This is what actually universally life is all about, because we all have a soul, and it's in relationship with that supreme Lord, supreme God, or supreme source. People call it different names. And so generally most people's relationship, soul relationship, is dormant and needs to be awakened. So that's our business here in this world, is to awaken people's soul so in relationship with that source, and they'll be very happy. Like you see here, demonstration, a lot of the people that are awakening their eternal relation. See, it's an eternal relationship, and this is what gives us immortality. It reawakens our immortality. So, see if that helps. If you have any other questions, please put them up there. So now we're going to read about these beings who have this spiritual relationship. Yeah, it's pure joy.
Pure joy. Pure joy. Yeah.
Pure, yeah. It's the purest joy, and it very very rarely seen in this world. Some Christians have it when they're awakened to their love with Christ. It's very pure joy, God love, God's joy, the joy of the Lord. All this. It's wonderful. It's real life in this world. Those who get a taste of that, that's all. They're just hooked forever. That's why Jesus said, "I'm going to make you fishermen of men." See, because you fish people out of the material consciousness and bring them into the divine level of this awakening, and this is their immortal life. So especially now, when things are going on now. Oh, good. I hope that made sense. All right, so now we're going to read about these persons who are living that way, in this consciousness 550 years ago. Karuna is asking Lalita who she is chanting with. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Yeah. Karuna, I think you didn't you say that you feel more peace when you're not around? I think maybe you should take off, man. Why are you going to be around here? I don't want to disturb your peace. I might get really vitey, and I like my full freedom to be as vitey as I feel like it. I might want to, destroy some illusions. I don't know. That's what I'm here for. Okay. So when Ramai delivered this message, Adwaita, actually, maybe we'd read some basic stuff because it's probably, new person here. Okay, so let's read.
Oh, you're going to read something else now?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because we got a new person here. We're going to read some Bhagavatam here. Srimad Bhagavatam. There we go. Let's see, database here. Yes. Go back to Canto 1, Srimad Bhagavatam. Chapter 1. Yeah, so I'll just read this verse here, maybe. This is Canto 1, first chapter, second verse. So, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jai Srila Prabhupada. So, completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated, this Bhagavat Purana propounds the highest truth, which is understandable by those devotees who are pure in heart. Okay? So, this what basically what this association is here is to demonstrate, to relish, to taste this highest truth. The highest truth is our awakened soul in relationship to this source people call God or Krishna or Christ. This is the highest truth. This is a truth that needs to be understood so that people understand what is such a sublime goal. This comes in a disciplic line. This comes from people who are on top of this mountain of truth, the highest truth, and they get an experience of that, and they come into this world and then say, help people, hey, come, learn about this highest truth, experience it, taste it, relish it. See? And then you come out of the misery of human consciousness. See, highest truth. People don't know what is the highest truth. Distinguished from illusion. See, a lot of people don't know how do you sort out illusion? What is illusion or what is temporary reality? See, there's permanent reality and temporary reality. People need to sort it out. Well, what is permanent reality? I never heard of that. Or it's never been clear. See? So in this lineage, it's carried on by a bona fide spiritual master, person who is authorized to transmit this highest reality to others, to awaken it in others. Why? Because they're experiencing this highest reality. No one else can really do it clearly unless you actually have actual experience of this highest reality. The highest reality is our soul in relationship with that source, with God. This is where the power comes from. This is where we feel whole and complete. See, remember I mentioned that people in the world, they're in the reflection of this highest reality. See, they're in the illusion. This is called illusion because they don't know anything else. And it's inferior to this awakened relationship of our soul, because that's who we are. See, in this lineage, there's a teaching that says actually we're spirit soul. We're not this. This is just like a glove, like if you put your hand in a glove. The glove isn't the hand, is it? It's the glove. Well, that's this body in relationship to the soul. The soul is the real deal, is the life of the body. Okay? And then there's the supreme life, the source, and that's like the sun and its sun rays. We're like the ray coming from the sun, but it's cut off. See that the sun, the ray is cut off from the direct sunlight because it's looking in this direction of the illusion, or the Maya. They call Maya illusion, the shadow of the truth. It's looking at this. It's looking at these. So I'm identifying with this body. I'm identifying with this material mind, material emotions, right? And I'm looking for connection and communion with something outside of me. Oh, a woman. Oh, money. Oh, this. What? All these material objects turn into objectives. I want this. This is my goal. I want her. I want him. See? I want to connect. I want to commune. See? This is a mistake because we're not in full knowledge. We lack real knowledge, complete knowledge. See? This Bhagavatam brings this light. See, we're discussing a very high truth. See, if you don't learn this in school. Nobody can tell you unless they're experiencing this highest truth, unless they're in a disciplic line. See, and then when you see the chanting, you're seeing the actual demonstration of this communion. See, and most often people think, oh, that's really weird. See? Why? Because they need the teaching. They need to see that there's a science in this. This is a method. This is a process. See? You see, you just saw just a few minutes, we're on there chanting in this great ecstatic state and everything, and then all of a sudden we're just very reasonable, very scientific. See? You notice? Isn't that amazing? See? So both are necessary. This communion is like when Jesus said, you must be like a little child to enter the kingdom. See? It's a very childlike state when our soul is communing with God. And it's just like she said, this love affair. It's very spiritual and very intimate. It almost sounds like, are you talking about some guy you're with, or is your husband? See, that's why you notice in India, they have pictures of God. They consider God like Narayan and Lakshmi. See? We're like the Lakshmis and God. This is, if you internalize that, that's the way it is with our soul and the Lord. We're like the Lakshmis, and God is our beloved. See, this is a forever relationship, not like in the world. See? So people need this knowledge. They don't have complete knowledge. They only have the knowledge in this temporary reality, and they start to think it's all in all. They think, well, this is what life is about. And so you have incomplete knowledge, and then you never find full fulfillment, complete fulfillment. It's always looking, because you're in this temporary reality. You're like in a box. You're enclosed in a box. Somebody from the outside, this is this knowledge transmitted by a living person to you. Say, oh, hey, let me, you're inside of a box that you can't get out of because you don't have this knowledge. Here, take this knowledge, and then you'll be able to transcend that enclosement, that limitation, that encasement in that box. Okay? So that's what we're doing here. We come into the world because we're experiencing this reality that you're seeing, the devotees chanting in this ecstatic stage. Okay? And saying, yeah, this is what life is really about. This is where you'll find completion and satisfaction. See, look, see, we're doing it. You can do this also. See? So we're fishing people out of this illusion because they don't know. They're just swimming around in this temporary reality. But some like are starting to question like is there something more than this? So yeah, for that. Tears of joy. Yeah. What else we got here? Sometimes we're out of our minds for God, and sometimes the right minds for you. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of how it works here. So it's a beautiful verse. Um, so when you start to have this communion, then it also unlocks the deep understanding of these incredible verses that give science to what we're doing. Otherwise, it seems insane. I mean, even people that are in the Vaishnavism, because they don't understand this reality of this childlike communion with God, and it's very foreign to them, even though it's all in the books. It's all in their, they're worshiping that God that has that relationship with his real associates and devotees. They call them devotees, very devoted to the truth. They don't understand. So that's why that's called religion. See, and what we're teaching here is beyond religion. It transcends religion. There's no material motive in what we're teaching because we're just hooked on that purity. That's why you see that purity reflected in the devotees that are in actual communion with that spiritual divine entity called God or Krishna or Lord Chaitanya or the source higher self. It's you. Those persons that are actually in that reflect that into the world, and it's very beautiful. That's why I say, Lalita to me is Miss Universe. Nothing more beautiful than that in this world is a person communing with God. That is the ultimate vision that you can get. That's the best thing you can see in this world is a complete person because most people are not whole, you know. They're not whole with, having some body, some glove, they're got their arm around, the two gloves with, it's like, oh really? It's not quite real yet. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. There, River, welcome. Thank you for coming. Boy, was she ecstatic this morning. My goodness. Great class there, River. Really nice. Great chanting. Listen, she's becoming sick. So, Amy replying to Daphne. Read this here, somebody, anybody, I don't care. Just jump up the greedy ones.
Amy Rose. Hare Krishna. Jai Guru. Jai Shri Garudas. Jai Lalita. Lalita Ganga. Jai River Yamuna. Replying to Daphne Dawn. Take a leap of faith. It is worth every second. This association is life-changing and is the greatest show on earth.
Yes, Amy's kind of new here too. She just came here. I don't know how long ago, a few months ago or something, a couple months. Yeah,
I think 6 months or something.
that
In
much.
April.
Wow, it goes fast.
Yeah.
I don't know how to love responses, but thank you. Oh, I see. Love responses. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, hey, can you tell me which river I met you besides? So maybe it jogged my memory. For some reason, I'm not connecting. Tell me what river, and maybe that'll jog my memory here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she said, I get it. It's spirit. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really
Yeah. It's spirit.
feels it. She really feels it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. I met you as you walked out of the river. Yeah, which river? Snake River. Okay, yeah, but the Snake River is a lot of what area, what town, or the Snake River goes all over the place. What was it near? What area? It's in a tiny town. Tiny town. That's all we go to is tiny towns. Tiny town. Yeah. We'll get to it. Twin Bridges. Twin Bridges. Twin Bridge. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, it'll come. It'll come.
Guru has a
Remember,
more transcendental memory.
yeah, it's just sometimes like that. My weird friend was with me. My weird God, man, it's just not coming. You just keep going. Maybe it'll, and then it'll go. Oh yeah. Now I remember. Okay. Anyway, back to the thing here. Beautiful verse. See, completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated. This Bhagavat Purana. See, example, religious, which are religious. It's like you go to the temple, and at the temple there, they're saying, okay, we're here. Give us a donation. We're here for that. See, we got some mixture in worshiping God. See, material motivation. Or you go there and they want to make you a member. They do this in church too. I remember they like to make members because, there's tithing there. See? Hey man, they want you to become a member because you're an income source. See? But this Bhagavatam is pure truth. It's meant for actual, this purity that you attain just naturally because your soul it's like breathing. What is your motive for breathing? Well, I got to do it to live. See, when the soul is awakened, for it to continue to be alive, it has to have this communion with Source. It's very pure, very purifying, see? Very illuminating, very full of, it awakens pure emotions. Everything purifying is very inspiring. See, that's the science that we're involved in here. Awakening that experience in people. See, beyond religion, all its motivations, to make some minister rich with a couple of jets. You ever see that's why people give up God? They look at this intelligent people and they think, what is this? I don't want to, go be under that or go to that. And I got these guys with their hooks in me. You got to find those who have their hooks in God, in Krishna, in Source. See? Free camping. Aha, free camping. Now it gets more clear. Where's the free camping sites? Weird friend. Oh, God, I don't know why. For some reason, it's just not getting this. I don't know what it is. Anyway, it'll get clear probably. All right. Which is fully understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. Okay? That's why, if you want to understand this truth, you have to come in disciplic line and get purified. Heart has to be purified. And when you get serious about knowing the truth, you'll go through that. You'll see, it's a dynamic process. You can feel the impurities coming out of your heart being around those who are worshiping the Lord purely. It's just that the spiritual master is deep into that. That deep in that pure worship, and that vibration, that emanation goes out and helps us. So if anybody wants to know these truths, you have to come in disciplic line and chant with the devotees. Here we have a devotional community, a very powerful one. If a person is serious to know this kind of thing, they can come and they can chant with the devotees, learn this devotional science as we're learning. I learn every day. I come here every day because I like to. because it feeds my soul. It awakens, inflames my soul, gives me inspiration and motivation and purification and clarity and ecstasy and happiness and everything like this. See, this is they call this. This is like getting together. It's very powerful.
Gives real life inside. Real life.
Yeah. Actually, if I saw you, let's see, maybe it's Daphne. Let's see, Daphne. Let me look at your picture here, Daphne Dawn. Okay, I'm going to look at. I'm really curious now. I got to see this. Okay, I'm going to do this. Let's see, Daphne. Here we go. Let me look at your picture. Then I surely remember. Huh. Aha! There's the Snake River. What a great fun. Maybe I need to see your weird friend. I don't know. I still don't. I'm sorry, Daphne. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay. So, the highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. See? So, the beautiful thing about this truth, it's not foreign to us. See, we've just forgotten. So it's just about reminding others. So, and that's why we have people from different walks of life. If this truth is presented non-sectarianly, then it can help everyone, because it's in everybody. We're actually on the deeper level. When you peel the onion and get to the source of who we are related. This other stuff is material designations. I'm born in this country. I got a black skin, white skin, orange skin, this and that. And then we got in the world, we got all these things saying, oh man, we got the people that are so identified in the world with different designations, and they have different motives, and they want to control. And you see all these war games going on. This is a turbulent times. You notice everybody, and then they say, okay, let's get people divided. Let's program in with this thing. And yeah, black, yeah. Here's a program. Yeah, white supremacy, black this and white this, and all these things create divisions and all this. This is all war games. A lot of turbulence, huh? You get out of this here. Here we go right into the essence of who we are. There's the peace. To know who we are. Oh, that's all war games for people who don't know who they are. See? Then we get into these great subjects like modes of nature and why people are like that. The different modes that affect them. See? But the peace is in the truth. The truth will set us free. That's what Jesus said. See? It's true that we need the complete truth. We need the highest reality. No, is like, who are we? Why are we suffering? See, we're immortal beings, but people suffer. Why? I'm suffering. Why? See? Well, when you hear this truth, the complete truth, and you start to act in that relationship, get your soul awakened, commune with the Lord, you start to say, boy, my suffering's going. My only suffering was because I didn't have this knowledge. I couldn't act in this relationship. I didn't even know there was a God. I didn't know I had a power source, man. A powerhouse to, give me clarity, to give me happiness. Was my disconnection from that. That's really the essence. This is Bhagavatam. These are these kinds of truths we can learn and understand. So, and reconnect with who we really are. It's all good. I'm listening. Great. Okay. It's all good. I like that attitude. It's all good. See? Okay. The highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. Such truth uproots the threefold miseries. Isn't that amazing? You know, the threefold miseries. This is another beautiful book in our lineage called Bhagavad Gita. It's like the Bible of India, but it's not really religious, not meant to be religious. It's meant to be a scientific teaching or an art teaching, the art of reconnecting with who we are eternally. See, it's a process, it's a method of doing that. And we're actively engaged in that method. That's why the chanting is a big part of that. Cuts right to the chase. Get your soul awakened in relationship with the Lord, the source, and the ecstasy of that. See? So these threefold miseries need to be distinguished. Very important. This uproots them. Why? We only see threefold miseries in Bhagavad Gita. The teaching is we have miseries. Everybody is like this. Bill Gates, anybody, with all their monies and everything, they all got this. Miseries, their mind causes them unhappiness sometimes. They're just the mind, oh man, God, my mind ain't right today. Or emotions, sometimes your emotions are out of control and all that. You're not feeling happy, right? It's a misery. See, the soul is actually not meant to have that because, we're meant to, people don't know who they are. See, so they think, oh, this is part of life is to up and down and miserable. Oh, in my mind, sometimes my emotions, my body is always, sometimes, sometimes I'm miserable. I got to, this, that, is this, miseries of the body and mind, emotions. See, miseries caused by other living entities. Oh my God, I can't go to work. I got to get this. They won't let me go to work unless it creates mental miseries and all this caused by other living entities. Everybody. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Somebody will sue you or something for your money. I remember when I had money, people that were they want you. They're parasites. They come and they sue you. They try to take your money away. It's just always something. The miseries of other living beings and miseries of the nature. They call the demigods, but it's nature. You got a hurricane comes in sometimes, and then you got a flood in your house. See, and now you got the people now. Now it's not only natural; they have unnatural disturbances. Oh God, this is a tough time. You notice unnatural. I don't know if you know about this, but these governments, they control the weather now. They can direct hurricanes. They can create tsunamis. They can do all kinds of weird stuff. So not only does nature do it, now we have man getting into the act and doubles the miseries. This is the time. That's why you notice there are more droughts and more fires and more hurricanes and more floods. You notice that? That's because mankind is getting in the act. Okay? So anyway, the good news is you can get free of the threefold miseries with this Bhagavatam. You can understand that, oh, I'm miserable because I lack this information, this knowledge. You can't get this in school. You can't get this in life by yourself. It's very hard to realize these things on your own. You have to get it in the disciplic line. We already have these wonderful books. We have this wonderful chanting. We have great association here with people. Many of them are advanced in this chanting and are experiencing that. So if a person is serious, wants to get out of this miserable condition in the world, and it looks like it's not going to stop. It's, things are heightened now, the miseries. There's a way out. And this is a very practical, wonderful way to do this. You have support here. And, and the knowledge is amazing. The ecstasy of communion is amazing. It is the most amazing, unusual, uncommon offering to the world, actually. See what else we got in this verse. Yeah. So such truth uproots the threefold misery. See, people, if they had this truth, it would uproot. Oh, I see. I didn't know that before. I didn't know that I have a soul and I'm more that soul. And there is a spirit, divine spirit, and I can connect with it. I didn't know that. See? And then you start connecting with it. And all of a sudden, wow, your miseries go. Wow, I didn't know it was so good. See, this truth, it uproots all our miseries. Hare Krishna. Anybody want to share a little bit now? Share a little bit, say a word, experience or something.
Yeah, it really uproots all your miseries because you get another life. You look differently at everything. You get purified from your miseries by hearing conclusive truth over and over again. And also truth about yourself. You get rid of all your pain and your luggage that you're carrying for so many lives. Yeah, it's really working. Really, really working.
Yeah, it's like, people, they're being programmed by society by messages over and over and over again. Here we just give the message of the conclusive truth by great sages and saints that understood these very deep truths. And we just remember them and talk about them, discuss them, and also chant and get personal experience that way. It's a very powerful way to understand this. So read this here, Tom, here.
Jay, all the listeners. Hare Krishna. Ingo Benzler. Could you please clarify your point that there is us and our soul? In my misunderstanding, we are all eternal spiritual souls, and there is no difference between us and any kind of soul. Of course, I'm not a native English speaker, but what do you mean with?
Okay. All right. So that there is us and
And
our soul. Well, that is the us is our soul. That's who we really are. There's not us and our soul. There's the soul, but that soul, the soul is pointed in the direction of identifying with what's called the modes of nature. See, so we become like we start to think we're a material product. We're pointed in the direction of the reflection. Yeah, so we're identifying ourselves as a materially emotional person, materially. See, and therefore my emotions are awakened for material objects in the world. Oh, I want to be a beautiful woman, beautiful man. Want to bond with them. See, but they're just a material product, like bonded. But they're emotionally bonded to their bodies, and they bond with your bodies, and then you're both bonded. See, so your soul, even though your soul, you start to identify. I'm my emotions. I'm this body. I'm my mind. You start to identify yourself. See, oh, all these material thoughts, material thoughts about the world and about this man or this money and this thing, this problem, this. See, this causes miseries because that's not really, I'm not a material product. I'm a spirit soul. See, but we don't know that. See, so how do you get to know that you're a soul? See, even though you pretending you're not because you're identifying yourself as something material. See? Now, why does the soul do that? Well, because that is our innate capacity to either identify with spirit. You can look, let's this side, that side, okay? We can identify with spirit on this side or with the material potency on that side. Yeah? So spirit on this side, identifying ourselves as oh, I'm related to God. See, because of my awake. See, I start to awaken because I'm meditating on God's name. See, see these scriptures here. This is God's intelligence given to us so that we can transcend our identifications. This is called the chit knowledge. See, this is transcendental knowledge so that we can transcend our illusion. Otherwise, we can't transcend it because we're so absorbed in that. See? This awakens our spiritual intelligence. See? So otherwise, without spiritual intelligence, we can't understand what is what. We're just completely immersed in, I'm this material body, I'm these material emotions that are going after money totally, and a beautiful man or woman, or babies and children. And I mean, just life as it normal, same old, same old. And we go into the cycle of birth and death again and again because our soul is pointed in that direction and is bewildered because of it. We don't have knowledge. Yeah. Yeah. So in these discussions, in this chanting is a great opportunity to transcend this temporary reality, these illusions, identifying who we're really not. We're not meant for that, really. I mean, it's not. All it does is cause more miseries, threefold miseries. The mind, body, and emotions, and other living beings harass us and all that stuff. So anyway, we start identifying with, oh, I see, I'm spirit soul, I'm meant to serve. I'm a servant of that divine presence, whatever you want to call it. I'm a servant of Krishna, I'm a servant of Christ. See, I'm here to serve that. And in that service, in that is my immortality, because we're meant for that. Otherwise, this is a kind of service in the world. Yeah, I'm serving my wife, and I really love my wife. I'm serving this money and this development of my material empire. I'm serving. See, you got to do stuff. You're doing stuff. You're thinking about it. All of that. But that's miserable to a person who is in this. It's like, God, man, it's so hard. It's so much, and the feeling is not like this. See, when you're serving the divine truth, the eternal truth, that Godhead they call the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it's divine. You're happy, really happy. More you see these kinds of expressions you see of these devotees. You're more happy. This is service. It gives you a higher feeling, better feeling, purer feeling. More greater, rapturous, blissful. All these terms become part of your experience. You start to feel like divine beings feel, even in this world. See, that's the witness testimony. So, yeah, man, this works. This method works. This process works. See? Yeah, so if you keep coming, you keep hearing, you'll develop this, and all your miseries will go. Miseries from this being in the world and not having this knowledge and this information and these kinds of experiences. So it's a great opportunity for people to get out of this cycle that happens again and again and again from one life to another, because the soul, you cannot die, but it can transmigrate from one body to another body to another body. Okay? But this ends it, finishes that. It breaks that cycle. This is very important information. It's like in the Bible says, God said, my people are being destroyed because of a lack of knowledge. A lack of this information. They don't know this. Yeah. See, the false ego is just, you're falsely identifying with these material products. Material. This is false ego. You're identifying with material emotions like pride. You go, oh, you think that's you. You act as a proud person. You ever see that? People act proud, right? They think this is me. I'm like this. And they don't even think about it. They can't even analyze that this is a material emotion. They think, oh, this is my nature. I'm proud, and they just act it, right? They act proud. Okay? Or they act anything. You act emotional. You ever see the see they're acting that's all material emotions. My daughter died, or my son died, my husband died, or I lost all my money. See this see they're identifying with the material emotions because of losing some object in the world that they're emotionally attached to. See, we're meant to be attached to that divine presence. God, whatever you want to call it, God, Krishna, see, Christ. We're meant to be attached because nothing but great benedictions come from that. Great happiness, great freedom, set free forever. This is bondage, man. So when you do, you'll start crying. Like you see Lalita there when she's chanting. Sometimes she's crying for God. But you see a joy in that. You want those kind of things? Come here, man. You can be liberated forever. Come, see, you got to spend some time. Otherwise, the same old is what's available out there. This is so different. They're very unique, very amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is a golden age of Gurunga, mainly because he brought the best in here. He brought the best method of communicating with the divine source, God. People, call that way, and he brought this amazing knowledge. His associates or devotees, they call them devotees, uh, came and brought this information for us to partake of. I mean, like this verse here explains all these things. And we discuss them, fluff them out, make them more clear, make it so, oh, wow, yeah, okay. Hey, yeah, let's get on with life. Oh, yeah, let's have a new life. Isn't it? This is a new life for people. If you haven't made contact with this, you come for a while, you'll see, wow, this is a new direction. This is something that a direction you don't just find anywhere. You got to come in disciplic line. I mean, that's the way I found it. I was just loafing on the beach and somebody put one of these books in front of me, was distributing them freely, actually. I picked it up. I started reading. All of a sudden, I had a new direction in life. Wow, I didn't know that. I was wasting my time in life, like just doing same old stuff and not really happy. And I got this book. It showed me a new direction, a beyond positive direction, a transcendental direction, which I've been on ever since. It's wonderful. And it's for people who have the greed. I mean, all I can do is share my witness and my truth and what I'm learning, just like everybody else here. And hopefully it inspires people, but not, some people don't even care. I'm finding that, there's a doctor, this Dr. Wolf, very interesting. He's deals with people all the time. He says most people don't even care. They don't care about their bodies. They're just so dumbed down by this illusion in this world and all these materially motivated predators. That's what they are, predators, preying on your soul and dumbing it down and make it to the point you don't even care about your life or anything. People don't care about what they put in their bodies, inject in their bodies. They don't even, you don't even look in the ingredients. So they tell you, oh yeah, take the injection. Okay, I'll just do that. I don't care. Just what do you think? See, they don't have that. Don't understand things. So anybody that comes here, if you really care about your life, if you really care about your soul, hopefully this inspires you. It inspires me. That's why I'm here. I'm inspired to be here every day. This is the greatest thing I ever found in my life. That's all I can do is witness for that. And other people are getting the same thing. I say, come be patient. Come, don't just come like now and then never come again or something. Okay, that's something. But if you come for like 30 days or something, put some time into this, you'll see for yourself, not blind belief or anything, your own actual experience. If something really fantastic is here, I say there is. I encourage everybody to come here for, give it a good try for your own life. See if this doesn't enhance your life experience. Doesn't give you something that you really can't just get it just anywhere. Johan's getting his dreams again. Yeah. And this morning, make a small bike Harinam and horse. Yeah. See, love my chant. Isn't that, this is the whole thing, man. This chanting is so great. It's so fantastic. You see that every day. And so this knowledge enhances that. You know what Prabhupada said? I wrote these books so you can chant Hare Krishna, to inspire you to chant Hare Krishna, and commune with the God. But this is wonderful too. This is a variety of devotional service. I love this. I love talking about basic things, much to the dismay of Karuna, Oh, he's not talking about Gopi this, Gopi that. Don't worry. Hey, man, I'm having fun, man. This is a variety devotional service. I love it, man. I'm going to do my thing. Yeah, you don't like it? You can just go and take a break, man. Come and watch Lolita. She's our she see that's her thing. I like to do this, man. I'm a warrior right now. Man,
Finally, I love those books because I never loved them before. You give
yeah,
me dates, you just give me the dates for it.
it's variety, isn't it? Isn't it a nice variety? It's
Absolutely.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And so beneficial for people. I mean, like even this is so important. I mean, I love talking about make it this clear. For it helps me. I think, and so this is important. Otherwise, that's sahaja to me. Sahaja means you're not connecting with the world and with people and with Krishna and doing what he wants. You're doing, some idea. You're selfish to me. It's like, oh, you're only thinking about that means you're not in a clear place. Like he said, oh, when I left, I felt peace when I didn't hear. You think that the only reason I know I've been there, done that, I know how that is because you come here and criticize. You come here and criticize this beautiful thing, and that's what disturbs your peace. So, and when you leave, you're not criticizing. See, you leave the space and there's no critic. But you come here, you find out what you're really about, man. You're a critic, fault finder. Therefore, you can't partake of the transcendental mellows of even talking about the basic things. That's the path of Ramachandra Puri. He was like that. He could not relish transcendental mellows because he was a critic of devotees. You notice that's not Lolita's experience. We were talking about these things are very important. She's not in her mind criticizing. So that's Krishna's mercy to get you to walk away and realize you stop pounding a nail in your foot. It's like you take a hammer, you come here, and you're going like this. Boy, I don't like this, man. You're pounding the hammer in your foot. I don't like the Gorai should be doing this and this and this. See, you're pounding the hammer in your foot. And then you go away, you stop pounding the hammer because you stop criticizing. See, you don't know your own mind. Yeah, I'm here to help you understand how you're you're hurting you're drinking your own blood in that way. You're just banging the hammer on your foot. See, yeah. So anyway, it's a control thing. You want to control guru. That's that bottom line. See? And it's a painful thing when you try to control, that's the lesson. Anyway, I'm glad you're getting it. Good. Keep trying to control. Fight. Yeah, go ahead. Keep fighting with me and trying to control me and make me do things the way you want me to do, and go on and complain about it. So yeah, it's good. He's getting some realization. You're going to start to know who he is, because I don't know who you are. A lot of times I wonder, what the hell are you doing this for? And you look, I don't know. I know, but you don't know, and nobody knows. Well, good. You keep coming, and we'll get you to know why you do what you do. This is what it's all about. Not to act unconsciously undermining people and things and all that. That's how you become a Judas. Judas is like that. You undermine, you betray your guru with a kiss. Oh, I love my guru, but I want to destroy what he's doing. Don't worry. You keep coming here, and I'll get you. I'll get you to understand who you are and what you are, so that you can be, really in line. There's a lot of potency in this Sangha here. It will get you to know, so you can be straight and not double-minded thing, and you don't know what's running you, and why you do, why are you against all of this, and then you love me but you don't, and all that conflict. This is how you straighten it out. Keep coming, and we'll have this little war here, and Krishna will win. He always does. If one is not transcendently situated, critical other is the worse, the way to get down. Yeah, anyway, there's always this obstacle. This is why this is in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. There was Ramachandra Puri obstacle. Criticizing his own guru, criticizing the devotees. Trying to control them. See, this is the thing. This is material energy wants to compete with the devotees. It's a competition, see? So anyway, it's Krishna stronger, and eventually it'll purify that, hopefully. Otherwise you'll stay identified, Sometimes, these things are really strong in certain people. It's like super glued. You're super glued to this false ego. It's like it has to unbound, So anyway, that's what this association does. Yeah. Okay, so where else? That was a little side note there. Yeah. So this beautiful Bhagavatam, compiled by the great sage Vyasadeva in his maturity, is sufficient in itself for God realization. So God is a bad rap. A lot of people don't believe in God, or they think, oh, God, I don't know, why should these people material motivated? But, God realization, God is what is the true God? True God is spirit. See? Not matter. That's why you have this analogy. There's God and then there's the devil, or God and Lucifer, or God and Maya. See, the true God is real spirit, pure spirit. See, that's what we do. Connect with the true God, that spirit, and bring that through. That true God has real knowledge, pure knowledge, ecstatic knowledge, knowledge of who we really are. That's connecting with the real God. See, the false God is material and all kinds of speculations and impurities and material motives, and there's a lot of teachers and teachings and stuff still in the Maya. This here, we're connecting with the pure God, the pure truth, See? So there's a concept taught in the Bible and in the Vedas. They're different words but meaning the same thing. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Okay, that's the Christian one. Christians don't understand, and I can't say everybody, but most don't understand that clearly. Okay? That I've seen in my experience. Okay, and now in the Veda thing, which is a little more clear, they help each other, each understanding. Okay, the Vedic thing is Sat, Chit, and Ananda. It's the Sanskrit terms. Okay, Sat, Chit, and Ananda. It's the same thing. The Son, okay, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. This will help. We'll use both those conceptions to try to make it even more clear. Okay, so Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, okay, and Sat, Chit, Ananda. Okay, Sat means eternal. Okay, the Son aspect of the Godhead is also eternal. That is the soul. There, the sun in this world is the soul, the light ray, the ray from that sun. When the enlightened soul here is like Jesus or some other saint or sage, they're the sun in this world, okay? That's Sat. That's eternal. The sun is eternal. Eternally shines. So you can't put it out. Okay? Chit. See? Chit is the knowledge of the absolute truth, the knowledge of God. This knowledge, transcendental knowledge, is God. Okay? And that's the Father. That's the Father. See, the Father. So that's why those who heard the word from Jesus in the book of John, it says, those who heard the word, they were born of that word. See, born of the Father. See, the Father is like the Father in this world. You know, they father a child. See, that word is the truth, eternal truth. See, aren't you hearing truth here? This is the truth that we're related. See, this is God also. See, He's knowledge. He's the truth. He's the real conception, the pure conception of the absolute truth, eternal truth. So we got the Father aspect, we got the Son, right? So, or we got the Sat, and we got the Chit. Chit is this kind of knowledge, transcendental knowledge, eternal knowledge. Okay? So, the Ananda now, this is the best part. Okay? This is the part that is lacking in most persons. So, because without this Ananda, you don't find real happiness. See? And that's the Holy Spirit in the Christian way. The Holy Spirit. Very nice. You notice Christians, most of them worship the Holy Spirit. Yeah, they're not talking about God so much. You know, they are, but Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, where are you, Holy Spirit? You know, because it's so attractive. See? Same thing with the Ananda. See, and from the Ananda, the Chit knowledge, the Father is attracted. It's even said, you know, if you develop this devotion, then God or Krishna or Christ is very attracted. See, automatically. See, anyway, that's self-realization. You got to be a representative of that in this world to represent that spirit. See, or represent the true God. See, that's what's represented here. We prove it every day. See? This is a very rare place, man. Where do you get real knowledge like this? Where do you get real divine emotion? You know, pure emotion you can see on the faces of devotees. Like right here, we have Lalita. You know, that's that communion. They're very intimate. It's wonderful. Very praiseworthy. I want it myself. You know, yeah, I want more of that. It's you just want more. Very desiring. It causes pure desire for that. See, and that's nothing wrong with that. So when you desire material things, it makes you material bound, material feelings, and nothing but more curses on you. More inauspiciousness is being bound to this world. Here we get nothing but more blessings, more benedictions. This is the example we're teaching by example and by the actual word too, and the emotional See, by the worship here. It's very worshipable. Yeah, well, I would. To me, if if a conception of God is like that and produces emotions like that, that's my God, man. I would, hey, man, I'll worship that. I'll worship this knowledge. I'll worship these feelings. Okay? Because it gives me the highest grade of happiness in this life. The greatest satisfaction in life. You see, this is the example here, the rare examples you get here. So, any other comments here? There is nothing to criticize from my side. Okay, good. All right, thank you. Yeah. So anyway, that's that beautiful verse. And this book is full of thousands of these verses. So, O expert and thoughtful men, next verse. Relish Srimad Bhagavatam, the mature fruit of the desired tree of Vedic literatures. It emanated from the lips of Shukadev Goswami. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful. Although it is nectareous, juice was already relishable for all, including liberated souls. This is the zone, man. This is what you get on this path. When you become a real devotee, you will recite Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, which was already relishable before by so many persons. And because you're pecking at this fruit, eating this fruit, it becomes even more sweet and more juicy. That's the God I worship. Yeah, the God in the world, his shadow. It's his shadow. It's not like that. You go watch a movie, you got to see another movie. And they got to attract you because the other one didn't, you kind of get a little bit of happiness, just a glimpse, a glimmer. And then, okay, I don't want to watch it again. Usually you don't want to watch it unless you're just, let me have another movie. Let me have another book. You notice the bookstore is full of books. They got to keep writing the same, the different books, with different scenarios and all of that. It's just a little bit because you won't read the other book again. You got to have another one. See, Hollywood, all that money. You see in Hollywood, all that money, millions of dollars they have to spend on a movie. And then they got to spend millions of dollars on another movie. Then they got to recapture it. Luckily, they have millions of people watching this bullshit. See? And they got to make millions of dollars and more movies and pay millions of dollars to these actors. And I could just have one book. Even Prabhupada said, if your guru gives you one book, but he's given us so many. See? So we got so many, but if I had just one verse, I could go over this verse every day and go deeper. I have already, probably in this week, I read it 3 times already. And each time is more juicy, more wonderful. That's why I'm hooked on this path. This is the greatest thing I've ever found. That's my witness. And I just show you every day that I love this so much. I show by my example, I love this so much. At least 2 times a day, I'm here. Maybe 3 or 4 sometimes. Because I want to relish it more. It is so great. For hours, right? We use 3, 4, 5 hours sometimes here at one pop. Yeah, so that's the thing is helping people understand, what your passion. I mean, this is my thing. I feel very fortunate. I've got this knowledge. I've got this feeling for the name of God. It's everything. It's the greatest treasure I've found in life. This chanting and the relish of this knowledge. My phone died. Thanks for the wisdom. Anyway, it's good. Thank you for listening. Give me a chance to relish this. Boy, she was up early, actually. That's good. She's in Idaho, same time zone. Yeah.
Guru Maharaj, is it because Sukadeva Goswami also, because he's a devotee, that it's more relishable?
Yes. Yeah, because, well, yeah. When you have the spiritual potency, that's the nature. He's a devotee. He's authorized. He can relish this. So that you see, oh, expert and thoughtful men. This the people who come here thought they've been thinking about life, man. They want something more than just same old, same old. A lot of people can't analyze their situation. You know, they think, oh, no, he's just tell me what to do. In religion, in Vaishnavism, oh yeah, just blind belief. You know, the blind adherence to the rules and regulations, not knowing where it's going. See, if people come here, you can know where those rules and regulations are supposed to get you to. A desire to attain him. And to attain him, the Lord gives you a real guru, but a lot of people are not ripe for that yet. Yeah, they're just still, no, just tell me, I'll blindly follow. I don't know where I'm going. My guru doesn't know, and I don't know either. Yeah, blind leading the blind. Well, both guru and disciples do that who knows how long. One lifetime, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. See? But you're building some sukriti because you have the name Krishna. Like even Lord Chaitanya, he met the Tattvadi sannyasis, Tattvadi acharyas. See, acharyas. What were they acharyas of? Rules and regulations and varnashram dharma. Just like now. It's the same. It's a repeat. You want to learn about now? Well, you hear. You see, you got to hear because it's all in the books that that they don't probably read so much in religious Vaishnavism because of not being really attractive, or if they do read, they read right over it. They can't identify because they're absorbed in that. You need somebody that's outside of that, like here. See, and I say, oh, well, look, from a detached point of view, I see the same symptoms of Tattvadi, disciplic line in ISKCON and Gaudiya Samiti, and therefore I say the Gaudiya Math. Same symptoms. So what are those symptoms? Oh, they accept Krishna's name, right? They accept the rituals. Okay? But that's about all they got, is rituals and the name. More or less, depends on their, personal forte. See, and so Lord Chaitanya humbled them like that. So therefore, I'm preaching here. I'm here to preach what he preached. Brings everything back into that perspective. Otherwise, it's not. Otherwise, nobody knows that they're just Tattvadis. He said that he told them just what I'm telling them directly. He said face to face with them. He said, "You guys, the only thing I see that you to your benefit in your line, your disciplic line, is you accept the name of Krishna as truth. See, I don't see the emotion. See, he had emotion for that name. He didn't see that in there. That's like I don't see in ISKCON. I don't see the divine emotion there. Where is it? Because if it's there, you'll have the same kind of symptoms that Lord Chaitanya had and his devotees had. See, I'm here for progression. I don't know about you guys out there. You want to stay the way you are? Well, good. Stay the way you are. I'm here to help people progress. But you got to know the truth, and the truth will set you free. I ain't afraid of telling the truth. It's part of, hey, man, highest truth. The highest reality is, what is it? Is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all? People don't know that, oh, really? I thought this was all in all. My gurus say that all in all. My acharyas, see these acharyas, they preach, Yeah, Varnashram Dharma, what Prabhupada wanted, this is just be in Varnashram Dharma forever. Just rule, regulative devotional service. Oh yeah, this spontaneous love of God will automatically happen. That's speculation. That ain't the way it is. That ain't in the Prabhupada's books. Well, it is and it isn't. You need to meet the devotees who are operating. See, they're operating on a higher level of consciousness, of the Raganuga, spontaneous level of worship. And you got to look over there. And then they lift you up. If you're not unwilling to be lifted up, you stay down. People die on the Vaidhi platform. Their rules, regulations, they're adoring the rules and regulations. We're adoring intimacy with Krishna, like Lalita said, right? Oh yeah, Daphne said, "What are you experiencing? What are you feeling?" Oh, I'm feeling this divine communion with God. See? How are you going to know that even exists unless you see a devotee in intimate communion with God? Now you may not understand it, and that's why we're talking here. Highest truth. Is reality distinguished from illusion? The illusion is thinking the rules are going to deliver you. They're only going to deliver you here. Just like Jesus said, all your rules and fastings and Pharisee speculators and your worship and your worshiping Pharisees, you blind leading the blinders, is going to lead you ultimately in some lifetime to the deliverer. They're going to deliver you the real Krishna, the real God. They're going to point you in the real direction, the right direction. So those who are ready, they will hear this message. If you're not, they will say, what is he saying? And go back to the blind worship of blind leaders. See? We prove the blindness is gone here, man. Our blindness is removed. How do you know? Well, you see devotee Bhagavats here. You see them representing the highest truth, which is this communion with the Lord. See? And distinguishing it for others. See? That's the Mahabhagavat, my friends. We're making Mahabhagavats here. We have devotees very close to that. You see, and when you show that you get this communion so deep and you get so hollowed out by the Lord, then you start really, funneling people you attract them because they need this knowledge. Otherwise, they think what we're doing is sahaja or insane. That's why I speak about the basic things here to show there's no sahajas here. There's no guru can teach you these kind of things. You have to be in this divine communion to do it. See? So those who are ready, you'll show up here on this doorstep, little orphan, little baby, right? Little child, and everything. Okay, I'm ready to listen now. What does it mean, the word rasik here, in relation to Bhagavad Gita verses as it is? So rasik, see, tasting this divine rasa, see, awakened soul. Yeah, what would you say about that, Lalita? Tell us about rasa.
There is always rasa when you read about the Lord. When you automatically meet him while you're reading those verses.
Yeah. It's the taste of chanting these verses and these names. There's a taste in that. See, that's called rasa. Now you can apply that. See, to understand that, you can persons who have a taste for mundane knowledge. There's a taste in that too, but it's not like it doesn't put a smile on your face like this. It doesn't give you ecstatic emotions like this. It gives you mundane feelings. See? Those are feelings they're insignificant and they're binding you to the material world. This is binding us to the spiritual world and dimension of consciousness. See? This kind of intimate communion. chanting the holy names with ecstatic love. See, chanting these verses and relishing the juice of the Bhagavatam verses. So replying to Igno, Arjuna is a rasic devotee. He sees Krishna. Yeah, not only that, you can see Arjuna said, keep on speaking these truths to me, Krishna. My ears are like tongues. I'm relishing this. And even Krishna said, yeah, I'm going to tell you truths that's going to bring great joy to your soul. This is rasa. The soul lives on, this is the food for the soul. See, when you become transformed into your soul's relationship to God, you yearn to hear truths, even from your own mouth. You yearn to hear the holy name and experiencing the devotion to God going on in your temple. You're engaging like a pujari in devotional service so that Radha and Krishna can appear in the temple of your heart. See? And you have great joy of that appearance. Yeah, that's so. Otherwise, we're forced to relish the rasa in this world, which is not so relishable. Because you know what you're doing? It's like those movies, the zombie apocalypse. That's what's going on here. Everybody's eating that which is not alive. See? The modes of nature have got no real life. It has just a little spark of just a little tiny drop. See? And so the soul is used to eating death, things that are not really alive. That is not life compared to this. This is a Jesus-like teaching here. Jesus, when you come here, you got to ready for the truth. See? Otherwise, you're like these people. Jesus meets people who is full of life of truth, life of this ecstasy and the intimacy with God, roaming through the world, It's like we're roaming through the world. He says, I have life. I can give it to you abundantly. Oh, Jesus, that sounds really good. Yeah, let me go and bury my dead father. See, my dead father. And you know what Jesus said? Let the dead bury the dead. See, same teaching. We're roaming through the internet, man. Life is here, real life, man, real deep truth, the relish of real Srimad Bhagavatam. The taste for the holy name is here. And those who are meant for this life will grab on, or otherwise not. Not ready, not caring for their soul yet enough. No, let me go and listen to dead gurus. I'm sorry, man. I'm here to preach like Jesus. You don't like me pointing out illusions? I'm not interested in dead gurus. They don't do anything to me. You're dead unless you have a love of God in your heart for that divine God. And prove it, man. You prove it. Otherwise, as far am I going to consider you a dead guru. Living on, rules, regulations, they inspire me, and motivated devotion and, all that. That's to me is dead. Just like dead religious leaders. You know why? Because you can see their temples have no life in them. This temple has life. I don't need 4 walls, man. Oh, we got them here. You see, I got 4 walls. You got a wall in the back there. That's all you need. Internet walls. We got containers here of real life. See? Highest truth is this kind of communion. That's here. This kind of relish for the real Bhagavatam and teaching the real Bhagavatam, because there's real ecstatic worship here, real understanding here. to get back to Godhead, like Bhagavad Gita teaches, Bhagavad Gita 10:10. Hey? Otherwise, you're going into the four walls and you can't get out of the four walls. You come to these four walls, you transcend them. There you stay, the four walls, materialistic Vaishnavism, materialistic worship. You're still a mundane person. You don't exhibit extraordinary qualities. What you see here are extraordinary qualities in devotees who worship the Lord in ecstasy. It's very attractive to those who really want Krishna. If you don't go out there and worship dead gurus, not alive. I can say whatever I want about what is dead, because it's dead. It's not alive. You believe in death as life? Sorry, man. Too bad for you. Doesn't do anything for me. No, what kind of fence is there? I keep chanting in ecstasy. Krishna's very happy and Prabhupada's happy. Oh, good, boy, you're pointing out what is dead. If you don't worship the Lord like Lalita Ganga and can communicate that experience to others, you're not alive yet. I don't care, Guru, Bhakti Vedanta in front of your name and anything. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to Krishna. Doesn't matter to the Parampara. They're full of life. They're alive. I'm here to preach life now, not etiquettes or worship dead gurus just because they got a title. No. It's time for life, man. You got no choice now. It's either life or death. Isn't it? It's a life and death situation. This is when God comes. He's coming here to us. The real God. Life and death. Death is after you. Big Brother is out there up on your tail, man. Biden's the mandator of it. Isn't he? He wants to control you. Not only him, but this is the Maya is after. But God is also giving opportunity. Anybody want freedom? Freedom is here, man, isn't it? Boy, we're free. I love these times. My Lord comes at these times. Thank you, Lord, to be born at this time. My goodness. Isn't that wonderful? This is an action adventure. Don't you, Tom, like action adventures? We watch these movies, action, like the action. Man, you're going to get it. We got action here. We got the greatest show on earth formulating. We need these Bidens and these draconian, these devil worshippers coming to light. Great for the performance of deliverance of the living entities in this world. It's a drama. See, but when you're immersed in it, you're in. See, I don't have any hate for any of this stuff. See, they hate each other and all that's part of the drama. The demons hate the demigods hate the demons hate the demigods. They hate everything, every hate, anger, like that. Yeah, but here, man, we're lovers, gallant lovers. Loving God, man. Is all they get out of that. No hate. Hate. I don't even hate sin. People, you hate sin. I don't hate sin. I don't hate it. I just give you an opportunity. Wipe it out. Come here, you wipe out sin, man. You want to be free of sin. I know how to get free of sin very easily, man. Lily, look at that smile, man. She's free of sin, man. Just hear the truth. Truth will set you free. I love it, man. You want to be free of sin? Hear these truths. Here. Oh, all your sin go. All your miseries will go. Otherwise, go worship some gurus who's still not free of sin. They don't come here. They don't like these topics. I love these topics. I love this chanting. You don't love it? You're full of sin. I don't care what big title you got in front of your name. We're here for the jewels, man. People really want truth. Really want the truth. You don't want God? Go out there and worship blind leaders. Didn't Jesus say that? I take what he said seriously. Prabhupada also. Hey, man, my God brothers, many of them are fourth class, third class. Okay? You notice the same attitude about that kind of stuff, about death and blindness and zombies out there and people that believe in death as life. I believe as life is life. I'm giving you my life. You want to chant like this? You want to chant like Lalita, who has faith in this preaching? You don't want to chant like her? Don't believe in this preaching. Go and, do something else, or go believe something else, or try to make your own movement. You try to make your own movement, you ride on Prabhupada's laurels, use his books and speculate on them and change them so that you can get money and all these things. See, we will just move into the deeper dimension of this worship. Move deeper into Krishna, right? Oh, deeper understand, deeper realizing, deeper ecstasy, deeper truths, more spiritual power to grab people out of illusion and bring them to the light. Life is life, Johann says. Hey, life is life. Hey, we just go into life, man. That's why God comes here. Oh, you welcome life. Yes, we do. Man, your life is this ecstatic worship, Lord. That's your Radha, man. She's the power. I know that, that now. Thank you for teaching me that she's the power. This love is the power. Your power. It's your heart. It gives me understanding of you, who you are, and what your illusion is, how you're working here. That's important also. Yeah, that's why the highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion. Yeah? Only a person experiencing the highest reality can see the illusion and point it out and help others. That's Guru. You need That's why people show up here. It's a rare treat for them and for us. You notice? We get rare treats here. Amy is a rare treat here. See? Lalita is a rare treat. Tom is anybody showing up here and becoming dedicated to this. It's a rare treat. Out there, it's all tricks. Trick or treat. Isn't it treats here? Isn't it, Lalita? Just treat after treat after treat. We're just into treats. You give a little dog treats. That's us. We're dogs. And Krishna gives us treats all the time, man. Benedictions and boons, And out there, you get all these tricks, curses, inauspiciousness, all this, listening to blind leaders who don't have love of Krishna yet. Now, if you're a leader who love of Krishna, you think, oh, Gauri, thank you for pointing out the truth. But most are not like that. They get offended, right? Well, get offended all you want, man. It's truth, man. We're here to take some of the treats out of your tricks. A lot of people looking for treats to you, and they're there by default. So all they get is the trick. They get tricked in the tricks, right? Well, we're here to go into those folds and say, hey, man, the treats are over here. We prove it. Come here, check it out. Spend 30 days and see that we get nothing but treats and benedictions and all that. See? Isn't Halloween? It's time. Halloween's coming up. Trick or treat. This is the transcendental level of that. What do you think, Janaki? Best class ever? I love these analogies. Krishna gives all these things. It's very interesting. Trick or treat, Halloween. See, it's all related, directly or indirectly, and then you can make it a direct relation, with the right preaching. Yeah. Yeah, truth offends those who are tricks. You ever see? Oh, they're doing a trick. They're doing tricks. You know, the prostitutes, they call them tricks. They're doing tricks. Yeah. Go ahead, Lolita.
Yeah, Ingo said I had a question already about Jesus and Lord Krishna to Srila Gaura Haridas.
Wait,
It's
what is
lower. I can't find it back where it is, but
okay,
indeed I saw it.
maybe you can repeat it there, Jungle. Ego, Ingo. Yeah. Oh, maybe I can find it. Okay, let's see. I'll see. Sometimes I can find it again. Ah, okay. Isn't it so? Here, Tom, read it. Mm.
Ingo Bensler. Isn't it so that Jesus and Sri Krishna are two individual souls, and Jesus is a Shakti Avesh avatar, a special empowered soul, but of course not Krishna himself?
Ah, okay. It's hard to say because, he did like Lord Chaitanya a bit, didn't he? Look at the two Leelas. Lord Chaitanya would sometimes act like God and sometimes act like a devotee, and Jesus kind of did the same thing. Sometimes he said, when you see me, you see the Father, stuff like this. And he would pray to the Father sometimes and then be very authoritative like the Father. You notice? And so to me, the bottom line is there's that. And so nobody really, because he didn't come out and declare it. See? So, it's kind of like, okay, we see something there, and it doesn't, matter so much. He had a relationship with the Father, but what really matters is Lord Chaitanya came here and clarified so many things. You could be just a Shaktivesh avatar, like say you're a Shaktivesh avatar. Shakti means you're empowered to deliver people. See? God works through you, right? So God works through you, your Shaktivesh avatar. Now, when you look at Lord Chaitanya's teaching, chapter 1 of Adi Lila, it says he comes as that guru. So what is the essential difference? You're still getting Krishna. He's coming as the guru. Usually, so with Jesus, not, the book is 2,000 years old and the fisherman, it wasn't a lot of, we got more information. I say the jury's out on that. Maybe some people have studied these things more in depth. They say, well, he's like kind of like Nityananda or Lord Shiva or something like that. Very, very powerful incarnation. Must be. I mean, look at, he's still around. I mean, he's woke my soul up. That just preaching about him is very powerful. He's inspiring so many beings. Prabhupada acknowledged him as a bona fide, he considered him like Shaktivesh avatar, empowered incarnation. So something like that. I mean, I'm not here to split hairs or to say it's exactly like this. Come on, 2,000 years, and there's not a lot of information. But, Lord Chaitanya, and Krishna, we could see as like the father aspect. This was pretty clear. It's really, they just, people declared it. He declared it. You could see he had the power, man. Lord Chaitanya, he would be like this, word, praying to the Lord and everything, showing how to worship Krishna. And sometimes he would say, actually, I'm God. He would actually act like God. He would be, what do you call, omniscient and know at times. Sometimes you think, who is this new person? And sometimes he would just call out their names, what they were in their other incarnations. So people could see this person is also the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's the complete incarnation. He's Radha and Krishna combined. He comes as a devotee, like his greatest worshiper, Radharani, worshiping Krishna. Sometimes he fluctuates back and forth, sometimes in the mood of the Supreme Lord, sometimes in the mood of his great devotee, Radharani. And sometimes in the form of his devotees, he would come and completely identify as Prahlad Maharaj. That's God. He's like that. We get something like that, but as devotees, we can identify and taste like Prahlad Maharaj's relationship with the Lord. We can taste that. They're like cups for us. But the Lord would actually be it. Because I'm my devotee. I mean, hey man, this devotee is mine. I belong to my devotee, and my devotee belongs to me. Now, isn't that a real marriage? My goodness. That's what you can get here, man. I belong to my Lord, and he belongs to me, and that is the truth, and I'll prove that every day. When I call my Lord, he comes. Usually, unless he's stubborn and being a pain in the ass. Oh, excuse my French. See? That's one of the things. Either you're going to think you possess things in the world, or you're going to possess God. It's better to possess God. He's everything. Everything comes from him. It's like the golden goose. What would you like? The gold coming from the goose, the opulence of gold, or the goose that produces the gold? We get the goose. See, every day we goosing God transcendentally. Let's go for the goose. We're not going for the gold. The gold is just there when you need it, right? But you got the goose to goose and gander relation. The gander is going for the goose. Is that way it is? Goose and gander, whatever the different sexes. See, the Lord. Our soul is meant to worship God in ecstasy, man. And he's the golden goose. Everything comes from him. Real devotees just really want that relationship. His opulences, they all come from him.
Yeah, Johan says, don't worry of all of these small things. Just become a lover of Radha and Krishna through Acharya Srila Gaurari Das Maharaj. And I have the same mood. I have the same mood.
Yeah.
It doesn't. How do you call Jesus? Was it this or this or this? The
Yeah.
most important thing was what he brought, the message that he brought, and the
Yeah.
Holy Spirit.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people split hairs and get into argument and debates about these things. But what is the point? You can't really understand very clearly unless it's revealed clearly. And it wasn't. It's the same thing with did the jiva fall from Vaikuntha, or did he come from the Mahavishnu thing? People still arguing about that. Who the heck knows? Prabhupada said we fell from the spiritual world. Okay, we fell. Prabhupada says that, and Bhakti Vinod says we came from the. Okay, so what? We're here. Let's get the hell out. Why argue about it's all gets into mumbo jumbo, splitting hairs over nothing. Point is, we're here. We have the method to get out. Let's just get out. That's okay. All right. Mm-hmm. So once in a holy place in the forest of Naimisharanya, great sages headed by the sage Sanaka assembled to perform a great 1,000-year sacrifice for the satisfaction of the Lord and his devotees. One day, after finishing their morning duties by burning the sacrificial fire and offering a seat of the Eastern of esteem to Srila Sutta Goswami, the great sages made inquiries with great respect about the following matters. See, so they sat down, they came to Sutta Goswami. They say, when you go do a sacrifice, you need the ingredients, right? You need ingredients for the sacrifice. So in this sacrifice was a Harikatha sacrifice. So they needed the ingredients. The ingredients were real sages or real sadhus who understood what is the real goal of life. Okay? So they were there. They needed another ingredient, Sutta Goswami, the bona fide representative of Bhagavatam, these truths, the empowered devotee. See? And they said, okay, we want to perform this very specific sacrifice. We want to sit down and discuss the absolute truth. And we're going to do this for 1,000 years. They obviously lived a long time. 1,000 years. This will be our main sacrifice. Let us discuss all these truths and let's come together and chant together and all that. We think this is going to be the greatest thing for the satisfaction of the Lord and his real devotees. See? That's what we got here. This kind of sacrifice. You guys are real sadhus. You really want to know Krishna. You're satisfied by hearing, chanting, and remembering the name, the fame, the pastimes of the Lord. Realize that this is a sacrifice, and this will satisfy the devotees and the Lord. Even if you're just talking to the four walls, you being the devotee will be satisfied. That's what I did 20-something years. People sometimes not even around. I was doing this for the Lord's satisfaction and his devotee, which was, there was only this fool here. And it was great. It was fine. It was good. This is all icing now from doing that sacrifice consistently, dedicatedly. What happens? Oh, look, the atmosphere got purified enough that people start to come. Obviously, this sacrifice is effective. To even get, like, how many people? We got 14 people today. They're listening. See, this is that kind of sacrifice. You have a empowered guru who the Lord is proving it. Right? Isn't he? The Lord showing that this guru, even though he's a fool and he cusses sometimes and all this, there's something unique here going on.
Oh, yeah. The Lord
Something unique, yeah. So you got that, and you got people, you obviously are sadhus. I mean, you chant the holy name in ecstatic love. You're at least Majjamadikari. They worship like that in ecstasy. They're the great sages and saints here. See, so we got the ingredients, and so what do? We get our Bhagavatam, man. This is the other ingredient, right? These books, this knowledge, the name. We get together and chant the names and chant these verses and talk about Krishna. See? And we're attracted, right? Well, this is purifying the atmosphere. You'll see more people will come. Yeah, look, we got 14 people. I can't tell exactly how many people are. Maybe some people. I heard one guy we met over at the temple. He said, you got people who you don't know, but they're listening.
I know more people who are listening who don't have time to watch live and who watch your replays
Yeah.
and who ask me questions about it. Yeah.
They're out there. Yeah, so these are seeds going out. Who knows? That's why, this is like a snowball. It's rolling. It's gathered this much moss, this much snow, and it gets big. Why? Because we're doing a sacrifice, an honest sacrifice. It's wonderful. It's transcendental. It's a rare one. So it accumulates rare fruits, real jewels come here because, you got to care about your soul. A lot of people they're still working on how to care about their soul. They don't exactly know. You got to come to the point where you think, well, I'm not getting enough care for my soul, from, these kinds of leaders and leadership and material motivated religion and even Vaishnavism. I'm telling you, a lot of these gurus, when I got to know them, come on, man, their motive there. One was a backstab. They were, oh, my Guru Dev and everything. He's your Guru Dev. Yeah. Real backstabber, this one. I know, personally. I was there. I said, it's, jealous, envious. Just like, wouldn't Prabhupada know that about, sorry? You know, come up here. He even said these gurus had the big titles in front of the names. He says, if they get a chance, he posted a guard at his door, they will kill me. Can you imagine? This is what's in this Kali Yuga. You come here, you'll get protection. You don't believe it? Well, go out there and get mowed down by a lot of that stuff. The obstacles to Vrindavan are removed here. You notice? That's why we can chant like we can do with such intimacy, because Putana doesn't come here. If she does, we smack her around and make her a real devotee. I'll you around or become a real devotee. All of these demons types. Demon is the obstacle. Keep you out of Vrindavan. We smack them around. Purify all that so we can chant and have a very happy, ecstatic sacrifice. So Lalita. Let me see here. So I'll skip a few verses here and because you are submissive, your spiritual masters have endowed you with all the favors bestowed upon a gentle disciple. Therefore, you can tell us all that you have scientifically learned from them. See, so that's why you see the devotees here, the disciples here, who become submissive to this teaching and this way of worship. You look at the favors they get. See, this is what you need to learn. You learn from the devotees who have these effects of this intimate worship, and this is because of their natural submissiveness to this teaching, and to the guru, and to the real Vaishnavas. That's proof you're really submissive to the Vaishnavas and their teachings. The Lord gives you a real guru who gives you the real teachings. But if you're challenging all that, your submission is just a bunch of bullshit, man. That's good to know. Come here and find out if you're a bullshitter or not. A lot of people are hypocrites still. You want to get over hypocrisy? Come here and you get over hypocrisy. People
I have
will
a
see.
little bit of interruptions, Guru Maharaj.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Let me see what's going on here. What about Tom? Is there interruptions?
Just a small one, but I can hear every word.
Okay. All right. So, okay.
Just small ones, indeed. Small ones.
Okay. Well, what are you going to do? Yeah. So, you know what I'll do too is I probably need juice on this thing here. Yeah. Yeah. So those who come to the point of that natural submission become the real friends of Guru and Krishna. And you can tell their intimacy is increased. That's what you learn here. Or if you don't learn, you'll be like these who leave, like Christina and all that. They don't want to get into this submission. So therefore they're thrown outside. See? And they'll gradually, either be rectified. Eventually they will be right. It may take a lifetime or two. Who knows? We'll see. Okay? And that's the whole thing. You can see those who are fighting this, they're fighting these things, trying to control and get all that. It's all material. They're you could see like a stain on a white cloth. Okay? But it's important to see that actually. This is how you become self-aware of what your energy really is. You need to be around devotees like this. So people who really want God, they'll stick it out, and make advancement here. See, so you need to find out. So in a way, I can't set the example. I never really had a living guru, I would say, could really add anything to me. Nothing. It was already added. It was from a past life. You're all becoming like that. If you come again into this life, as soon as you get the Bible or the Bhagavatam, you'll have a spiritual awakening, powerful one. Just like many of you had here. Like Lolita was asking, is this gradual or talking about, is this gradual or something this morning? And the way I've seen it work is usually if you've really got this in a past life, as soon as you're in contact with these devotee or devotional scriptures, boom, big awakening. That's why you wonder why Lolita's like, well, this is, you see, very quickly, very easily, boom, big awakening. Past lives, he was waiting for this. Yeah, continuing on, that's all. So anyway, you're all on the boat. See, so and others too. It may be like a big awakening, might be just gradual, and then a big awakening. See, and even if you look in the Leela, it's all over the place. It was like that. Sometimes a big awakening, and then gradual, more advancement from the big awakening, then gradual, or gradual and then big awakening. You see, so Raghunath Das, he was very attracted to the Lord, and you could see he progressively became more and more deep into this worship and realization. So Raghunath Das, you could see it work like that. In the Leela, a lot of devotees. Who else? Well, yeah, all probably Srivas, was another one. I can't think right now, but anyway, they're there.
Now the picture is frozen.
Yeah, it's frozen now. Okay. I got to do this. I see why the problem is. Okay, let's refresh all this stuff. I'll be back here.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare. Keep your microphone on, everybody.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. But there is an
Hare
echo.
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Is there an echo? Okay, it's probably this thing here.
Yeah.
It's this, there's a thing on here. Okay, let me refresh this again here.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Whoa, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Is there still an echo?
I don't know. Hare Krishna. 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 Yeah, there is echo.
Echo, okay.
Maybe you have two devices.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't seem to go off there. It's one of these glitches here. I can't, I only actually have one device on, but it's registering as two. Okay, just keep chanting here.
Okay.
Keep your.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna. Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna.
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna. Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Hey, Lalita, why don't you read something?
Okay.
What do you want to read? Read whatever you want.
I go to toilet first because I love to.
Okay. Okay, then read whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm in the bath here, taking a bath, but I'm listening. I'll try to listen.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. You're muted.
Yeah, maybe I also read further what Guru Maharaj started with because it's so called dry, but for me it's very juicy now by understanding better English and by hearing it from him. I want to continue that. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my bona fide spiritual master, Bhaktivedanta Paramahamsa. Srila Gaura Haridas, Maharaj Acharya, oh glories to you. Oh glories to you for the life and the light that you're giving to me. Oh glories, oh glories, oh glories to Srila Prabhupada. Oh glory, oh glories to Bhakti Siddhanta. Oh, oh glories to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Oh glories to Jagannath Babaji. Oh glories to Bhakti Vinod Thakur. To Nityananda. Oh glories to Lord Chaitanya. Oh glories. Oh glories to Srimati Radharani. My best advisor. My best friend. My best helper. And oh glory. Oh glories to Krishna. Oh glories to Krishna. Esoteric truths. Oh glories to you. Because you're submissive, your spiritual masters have endowed you with all the favors bestowed upon a gentle disciple. Therefore, you can tell us all that you have scientifically learned from them. Please, therefore, being blessed with many years, explain to us in all easily understandable way what you have ascertained to be the absolute and ultimate good for the people in general. O learned one, in this iron age of Kali, men have but short lives. They are quarrelsome, lazy, misguided, unlucky, and above all, always disturbed. There are many varieties of scriptures. That's what I experience, and they're always fresh and new. And in all of them, there are many prescribed duties which can be learned only after many years of study in their various divisions. Therefore, O sage, please select the essence of all these scriptures and explain it for the good of all living beings, that by such instruction their hearts may be fully satisfied. It is actually by getting the explanation of the scriptures that your heart gets satisfied. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You get this ananda by receiving this shit from your bona fide spiritual master. All blessings upon you. Oh, Sutta Goswami. You know, for what purpose the personality of Godhead appeared in the womb of Devaki as the son of Vasudeva. Oh, Sutta Goswami. We are eager to learn about the personality of Godhead and his incarnations. Please explain to us those teachings imparted by previous masters, acharyas, for one is uplifted both by speaking them and by hearing them. Please explain to us those teachings imparted by previous masters and acharyas. All those things that we read, they have actually no value when you don't get the explanation of a bona fide spiritual master whose Vedanta came out of his bhakti and who is giving this to you yourself so that actually your Vedanta comes out of your bhakti. You receive this knowledge in a pure way. And that's how you get uplifted. That's how you wake up. That's your soul food. I just love it. It's just so different. It's completely different. There wasn't. It was empty knowledge for me when I was reading it or hearing it from others. I wasn't interested. Because the soul was not satisfied. These scriptures are made to satisfy the soul and to uplift us, and it needs to work. Otherwise, you better read other things. But you need a real master, a real spiritual master who is endowed with this spirit, who absorbs this nectar. And by absorbing this nectar, he has this intelligence to explain everything. By his bhakti, he gets his Vedanta, and that's what Guru Maharaj is sharing us. Should I come back? Oh, no, I continue. If I don't hear anything, I just continue. Living beings.
Yeah, continue. Just continue. Do whatever you want. I'm
Okay.
listening.
Okay. That's great. Living beings who are entangled in the completed meshes of birth and death, they can be freed immediately by even unconsciously chanting the holy name of Krishna, which is feared by fear.
Yeah, you too. Is that one pretty hot there? Oh, good. I think I'm going to go in and try it. It's not quite warm in that one. Oh.
Sutta. Those great sages who have completely taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. They can at once sanctify those who come in touch with them. Whereas the waters of the Ganga can sanctify only after prolonged use. We see it again, over and over and over again. That actually a living guru, a living devotee is so powerful that you have to take his association. Yeah, you can go and bathe in the Ganga as much as you want, but what will you get? How long? You can follow all those rules and regulations, etc. But you need a sage, you need a holy guru, one who is completely absorbed by the nectar of love, and yeah, one from who You can see and experience and feel with every word that he's speaking. My God, my God, I'm sitting at the lotus feet of the Lord by hearing this word. This is what this is what's satisfying my heart, and this is what takes me away from birth, from this cycle, from birth and death. Um, with this, I get rid of the modes. I'm not um, into the modes. I'm transcendental now. I'm on another platform. This is life. This is real life. This is life of the soul. And the soul gets fed every day more and more. You need to be in touch with a sage, with a holy guru, and with a bona fide spiritual master. Uh, this word is the bread of your life, of your the life of your transcendental body, not your material, not your material body. Uh, what a part. Who is there desiring deliverance from the vices of the age of quarrel? Who is not willing to hear the virtuous glories of the Lord? I want to hear. I want to I want to hear the glories of the Lord. I want to live in the glory of the glorification. I want to live in the land of the living God by hearing the glories. And my guru is taking me there. His transcendental acts are magnificent and gracious, and great learned and great learned sages like Narada. Like Narada Muni. They sing of them. Please, therefore, speak to us who are eager to hear about the adventures he performs in his various incarnations. I want to know, I want to know. Oh, wise Sutta, please narrate to us the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Godhead's multi-incarnations. Such auspicious adventures and pastimes of the Lord, the Supreme Controller, they are performed by his internal powers. We never tire. We never tire of hearing. We never tire of hearing the transcendental pastimes on the personality of Godhead, who is glorified by hymns, by hymns and prayers. Those who have developed a taste for transcendental relationship with him, they relish hearing of his pastimes at every moment. That's true. That's true. When you so woke up, little by little, you taste more and more. You get more and more pleasure as long as you keep on hearing and hearing and hearing and getting purified. And the depth that's inside of the pastimes and the meaning of the pastimes and the esoteric truth inside of the pastimes, the esoteric truth inside of every word in those pastimes, in those verses, etc., etc. This is actually your bread of life. This is actually this gives you the real happiness, the happiness of the soul. Um, there is no happiness in your material life that you cannot compare it with anything else. Lord Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, along with Balarama, they played like a human being, and so must he performed many superhuman acts. And that's, you don't have to read it like you read a fairy tale, actually. And by the mercy of my guru, because of him, I discovered the Lord inside of those pastimes, inside of those words. And it's a completely different history, a completely different fairy tale than when you read it with material eyes. And this is giving me loads of happiness, um, loads of happiness. To get this, and people can think that I'm playing a game here and that I'm playing an act and that I want to show how good a disciple I am, etc., etc. I don't care. For me, I'm really hungry to hear what's the real meaning. That's what I asked for so many years to Vaidhi Bhaktas. You need a bona fide spiritual master. Who gives you the really depth of those pastimes and the beauty of it, so that the soul gets satisfied and not the mind. Knowing well that the age of Kali has already begun, we are assembled here in this holy place to hear a great length, at great length, the transcendental message of Godhead, and in this way perform sacrifice. We think that we have met your goodness by the will of providence, just so that we may accept you as captain of the ship for those who desire to cross the difficult ocean of Kali, which deteriorates all the good qualities of a human being. Your goodness, is he speaking about the sage now again? I think so. Yeah, yeah. He's talking about the sage again, of the Goswami again. Yeah, what I recognize here is we need a captain on the ship. If you desire to cross over that ocean, we need a captain. We are not going to swim all alone. We would drown in this ocean of Nishians. Somebody needs to split the sea for us. Therefore, we need a leader, a bona fide spiritual master who is empowered to do that for us, bringing us to the land of the living God. And being in that land, in those pastimes, living inside of them, that's actually being in the deepest relationship of the Lord, because he's not different from his pastimes, and that's why we experience here. Since Sri Krishna, the absolute truth, the master of all mystic powers, he has departed from far his own abode. Please tell us to whom the religious principles have now gone for shelter. Let me read this again. Since the absolute, the master of all mystic powers, has departed for his tell us to whom the religious princess. I don't understand this last part of this sentence. Anyway, this is the end of this chapter. I'm coming back to Guru Maharaj. If you want me to read something else, or Guru Maharaj, um, are you still there? He's swimming. Um, Freddy says, Srila Haridas is in that position. He got awakening just by reading a holy book. So he probably got it from previous lifetimes where he probably had a bona fide spiritual master, and now he continues his journey. Yeah, that's true. Today I had somebody who's very nasty to me, a girl, and she started with being very nasty to Shamagori, and now she started really attacking me, and she was fed up that we were sending videos to the group devotees of the Lord, etc., etc., etc. I'm going to make it short, but she tried to again, like so many devotees, to let me fall into the trap. Um, that, of course, Guru Maharaj is not bona fide, etc., etc. Not having transcendental eyes, of course. And I explained her what, but I told her, you have been so nasty to me for so many times, over and over again, and still I give you my time. Still, I am not angry on you. Um, because I know you're doing it out of ignorance. But I'm going to explain you. My guru is not an ordinary man. Um, I don't know who he is from previous life, but like he was a young man, very young, and went in that deep ecstasy by reading the books, by reading the Bible for the first time, and got in this deep ecstasy for weeks. He has this power. He developed already so much in previous life, and this life actually he gave his life to the Lord for so many years, always searching for the truth without having a guru. And still, we are the proof that he's telling the truth and that he got this order of Prabhupada. Otherwise, I wouldn't have received this prem. I am the proof in the pudding. And not only me, maybe 10 in our Sangha have prem, have the vibrations. I hear it in their voice. So, yeah, yeah. Benny, could you look and explain my question? I, and Yamuna is a proof in the pudding yourself. Where is your question? I need to go back to Facebook then and try to find
Yeah.
your question.
Hey, what lady were you talking about, or a devotee?
Her name is Carla, and she pretends not to be a devotee, but all the questions she asks are really Vaidhi questions, and I think she has a false name, and she wants to put me in a trap now.
Ah,
I don't care. I don't care. I stay calm and I give her all the explanations. And because yeah, Karuna said, "Who are you chatting to now, Lalita?" In the beginning of our film, I was inviting her to your video because I said,
oh,
"Just come and listen." But of course,
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, no problem. Carla. Yeah, yeah. All right, go ahead. Continue.
I need
I'm
to
on
go.
I'm on my motorcycle, so I'm going back to my thing. I'll be right there, back into the home.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm going to look at Facebook again to see what Benny asked me. to see what Benny asked me. Sorry, I need to take off the sound of Facebook now. What could you look and explain my question? But I want to hear what the insights are also. Well, the insights, my insights, but I can't find it on Facebook. Can you find it, Tom?
I don't know I cannot follow. I don't know what's it about.
What does scripture say? About what? About what, Benny? Anyway, you asked, you want those insights as well. And my answer is you've got to really, really keep on hearing Guru Maharaj's preaching. Let those vibrations touch your heart. Wake up, let them wake up your soul. Let those vibrations purify your heart, purify your false ego. So there is the less false ego there is, the more there is room for the Lord, because the Lord doesn't giving you all his secrets. There needs to be room inside of you before he really trusts you. It's really so. Yeah, you can listen to Guru Maharaj as much as possible, but that doesn't give the guarantee that you will always understand him. But keep on hearing. I even didn't understand English when I started on this path. Not, yeah, a few words like a kid, but not more than that. Like a small kid, like a Dutch kid. But if you keep on hearing and hearing and hearing, and you become an ecstatic devotee, when you start to read, then you see the depth of what the Lord means, because Srila Prabhupada, most of the time, he wrote with double meanings. With a very, very deep meaning, but you can read his books in a material way as well. But of course, then you won't be that happy. You won't be ecstatic by reading it. Your eyes need to become purified. Your ears need to become purified. And Guru Maharaj is taking care of all that. What is the position of a person when he's already having awakening symptoms without having a living guru? And how can that be explained? That was the question. Okay. I had an awakening in 2011. For me, this was the first time that I met Krishna. I was never in contact with the Hare Krishna movement, but I got it by painting a deity, and this was my first awakening. I stayed in an ecstatic mood for 3 weeks. And didn't talk about it because I was ashamed. Yeah, but Freddie felt it when I came in his association, and then it went away, you know. And then I was really, really always desiring. I want to feel you again. I want to feel you again, because it was by talking to the Lord that I had this awakening. And then I felt him very low sometimes. So I couldn't develop this. And then I met Guru Maharaj 6 years later. And then, then I got a second awakening, a deeper one that intoxicated my head in such a way, again for weeks. No, the first time was for 2 weeks. The second time by association of Guru Maharaj was for 3 weeks. And then I was living in the kingdom of God. Yeah. Freddie felt it. Yeah. It was really, I didn't answer on it, but he told Jan that he felt, yeah. Yeah, you need to come here every day, Benny. as much as possible, if you can, or listening to the replay, because Guru Maharaj, by his mercy, the Lord transforms you in a devotee. And it's not because you wear those kind of clothes that you are a devotee. It's not because you're chanting so many rounds. People want to be a devotee, but submissive listening, really surrender towards a bona fide spiritual master. And I can really advertise and talk for my guru. You can't find it anywhere else. Don't try to find it. You're here already. You're here. Keep on coming, man. It's powerful. It's life changing. It's fantastic to develop your relationship with the Lord and to develop your transcendental body and to, oh my God, and to understand all that and to feed the Lord and to be fed by Him in a transcendental way. Yeah.
I'm inspired. I'm going to keep coming to this thing. This sounds really good the way you explain it. Yeah, I can't wait to come tomorrow.
Okay, understood, Benny. Yeah. Yeah, Freddy. Yeah, Freddy. It was Freddy Karuna. Yeah. And he told Jan, I even didn't answer on it because I was shy. Yeah, I was really shy. I didn't want to show myself. But from that moment, I understood it's not only Jesus. and and what I love the Guru Maharaj gave me Jesus as well. Because I had the desire to meet Jesus. I never met him before I met my Guru. And now I have my Jesus every day as much as I want to. What doesn't give you a proper answer? What doesn't give you a proper answer? What is their position? Is your name? Well, our position is that we will maybe I will give you that when yeah, Freddy says, when Alita stood in the Radhadesh cafeteria and had her awakening, I felt my heart becoming warm. When I stood close to her. Yeah, you were the only one who felt it. Yeah, that was I was very surprised because I kept it really inside. And it was huge. It was huge, my first meeting of Lord Krishna. But then, oh my God, I couldn't feed him in a proper way. It's by the mercy of my Guru that I can feed my Krishna now. I did it by feeding the deities, etc., but it's low. And I was always desiring, when will I feel it again? Yeah, I did kind of track. It didn't work with chanting. Look at the difference now. Yeah. Yeah, I remember this moment and feelings. Yeah. What you ask, what is their position? I think when you have an awakening without the Guru, well, your position is, I speak about my experience, that you stay there. You're not developing it enough. You're not feeding the Lord. You're not feeding your own transcendent. You can't develop yourself. You stay where you are. It took 6 years. And by meeting my Guru, it took 5 videos. And I had a big explosion. That's the big difference. Does this satisfy you now? Um, it's gross. My transcendental body is growing and growing. My relationship with Radha Krishna is growing and growing. My knowledge is growing and growing. So only very, very exceptional people like souls like my guru, they developed it himself, but he had a deep relationship with Jesus and with Srila Prabhupada. And he kept on chanting for so many years, for 40 years. And he's the chosen one. Otherwise, what's happened to me wouldn't have happened to me. What's happened to my friends here in the Sangha wouldn't happen. He is the chosen one. Growth is always there when you invest. Yeah, but how do you invest? Do you invest in your own proper way? Or of course there is growth, but how much? I want it big. I want a lot.
Come here. We'll make you the chosen one too. Come. Want to be the chosen one? Well, come here. We're making a lot of chosen ones. You're chosen one if you come here.
You're talking to Benny now?
Anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. If
Lalita's
he's
the chosen one now.
If
She's
he's here,
chosen.
he has been chosen. Amy has been chosen.
Yeah,
Yamuna
it's
has
great.
been chosen. We all
Yeah.
have been chosen.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Yeah, you know, another reason why I would say Jesus could be also God is, you know, he said, actually, you didn't choose me, I chose you. Now, I would never say that because, you know, it's God that chooses you to be here. So only God would say something like that. You know what I mean? You
Of
know,
course.
I would never say, I chose you. No, because you're choosing to be here because the Lord in your own heart is leading you here. But Jesus said, actually, I chose you. So there's a lot of things he said that gives you some insight on who he really is.
You know, every time that I went to the temple, when I bowed down, I felt this energy on my back so powerful, Guru Maharaj. And I always said, but Krishna, I know you want something from me, but I don't know what. And when I saw you for the first time, I knew it. This is it. This is what he wants. He wants me to be here.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understood. Yeah, they are working here. I escaped from Turkey for the noise. Now they are working here in the flat
It's not
next.
bad. It doesn't make it bad. It's not bad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, Jesus said, I've come here to teach those who are taught by God. See, in other words, the Lord leads you within. Just like, Bhagavad Gita has so many nice, beautiful things, how God works from within. Like he said, I'm the super soul and I'm directing the wanderings of all. So, we're here as devotees, we can harmonize with how the Lord is working. And it's beautiful because then you could see how people come because they're directed here. See, and I notice he gives us the jewels, the good material. It has a lot of promise. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
With what? I don't know.
Now he got his answer.
You did?
he said that you gave him the right answer. Yeah, maybe my English is not. Maybe I didn't understand his question fully.
I think he, when you were saying something, he was asking also how I, because I didn't have a guru, like how did I actually? So I think that was it, and so I think you might have mentioned, I might have missed it, but I'll just repeat. Basically, usually, uh, you need a guru for this to awaken, and but this, what we're bringing in is so rare that it's not given to just any guru. You might just get one, like Lord Prabhupada. One out of thousands of devotees got with Prabhupada. Even his godbrothers were not like him. I mean, especially once you start worshiping the Lord on this level of ecstasy, it's so rare. You could see who really has it and who doesn't. They don't have the same thing, and they don't show what these kind of devotees exhibit in their intimacy with God. So in my case, it just spontaneously awakened with Jesus and with Prabhupada. It had those kinds of symptoms right off the get-go, and so that shows that happened from a previous life and just brought it in. Because even in my excursion, I didn't see any guru that actually had this. A lot of them said, "Oh yeah, we have the highest thing," but never did they show they had the highest thing, or even express themselves about what is this highest thing. Some would try to and speculate and all that. I mean, honestly, I never really found somebody that added to me. Matter of fact, the ones that people claim are the highest gurus, when I was in their association, I felt actually like down, pushed down. And then when I got out of their association, I felt this consciousness spring back up. So that, after a while, I had to realize what is carried into this temple here is rare. When I have to spring back up from what people are considering the highest gurus on the planet, so I had to come to terms with that. And I finally did. And the Prabhupada came and said, we're connected, and, you're doing what I want you to do this. And I do. And all kinds of blessings come. My life is fantastic. I love it, man. I love I feel like my whole life is a blessing to have friends like this in my life. I can't believe it, actually. It is that great. My disciples that come to me, I think are better than I am. I mean, Lalita and Johan, their ecstasies are so fantastic, man. It's just amazing. I mean, I pray for their blessings. And I get dissociation. Even my disciples will deliver me, much less than you guys. If you don't get that, you should come around and see the power in this sangha. Even the disciples can deliver you out of illusion. They have that much intimacy with God. I mean, you come here, you'll learn all about who God really is and what is his actual nature. This is not taught. I've been to India so many times. They don't teach from experience these simple truths. But when you experience them, then you can convey to others these things. And this is what you can learn. You can learn how to identify who God actually is in this world when he's here. If he's here, if you can see him where he's hiding, you can learn the symptoms of that. All that is here to be. I mean, if you don't see this as treasure, well, go out and get the colored glass out there. But this is gold and silver and diamonds and rubies here. Can you imagine? You can go to this kind of sadhu sangha and find out how to identify what is the transcendental potency of God. What is Satchidananda? Nobody knows this unless you're experiencing that. Unless the Lord is running Satchidananda through your temple and exposing this teaching to others, which he is here. Prove it every day. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm amazed. Janaki's amazed too. You just see he's so happy. She just listens, sows and sows.
These are
She's like,
miracles.
she's our Balaram here, but there's one difference between her and Balaram. She listens, she hears, she relishes as she so. Balaram should be able to do that too.
He should.
Maybe later he will. Oh, Rabbi. Let's see. Okay, go ahead.
Shamasundari says, Guru Maharaj is very handsome today. Beautiful inside and outside. Strong man.
Who Shama Sundari says? This
Yeah.
this lady, you know, look how beautiful that girl is. She says that about me. Now that is a miracle. If you can say something about a guy like this Gohar, he's 68 years old man, bit overweight,
No,
but
she's right. Maharaj. She's right.
but she says like that. Wow, I take that as a compliment coming from a beautiful person like her. And she's beautiful with bhakti too, which is another good thing. The best thing. Thank you. But I can't take full credit. I have to say Radha and Krishna really helped this along. Otherwise you just see an old body here sitting there. No life.
She says,
Yo.
you shine so strong from that prema thing.
She said what now?
You shine so strong from that prema thing.
Yeah, prima. Yeah. That's it. See, that gives the shine. You know, I saw these Barbie movies. They talk about the shine, you know, get the shine, you know, but it's all mundane, you know, mundane part. But that's the idea. You get the shine. She gets the shine from Ken, right? So our Ken is Krishna. Isn't that funny? Same, starts with a K. Ken, Krishna. And then the Barbie. See? So Barbie, you know, I used to do these reviews of Barbie movies in terms of Radha and Krishna Leela and Vrindavan. I got to pull some of those up. I'll put them if I find any, because you can, when you look with the right eyes, you see how they're relating. You know, it's the the material representation of Vrindavan. They're teenagers. See, they're teenagers in Vrindavan too. You see, and Barbie and Ken, they only love each other. See, that's like Radha and Krishna. See, and they're the most beautiful in Vrindavan is Radha and Krishna. Well, the same thing, Barbie and Ken, and they all have their what do you call their groupies? See, the groupies are the gopis. Radha has her girlfriends. Ken has his boyfriends. It's like, where the heck is this? This is. I look at these things. And I'm looking. It's like I'm looking at Vrindavan, and they all have these playful adventures, you know, stuff like it's all funny and playful, and sometimes Barbie is a fairy, and sometimes she's a mermaid, different things. It's really
You want me to read more comments?
well. I think that's a good thing. That sounds like fun. Read some more.
Okay, but I need to go to Facebook because here.
Okay.
Uh, Guru Dev is becoming cute baby, she says. Freddy says, together with Lalita Madhava, I visited many churches in Europe. When we brought our obeisances to holy statues, we saw, oh, it's gone. We saw unlimited, beautiful faces of God, male and female. It was part of the Lord's universal form.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. What more? David Beeman says, I want to be the chosen one to get the Maha plate. He wants to eat. I saw Hridananda. Wacht, that's difficult for me. Hridananda in Detroit, 1972, and he gave me the Maha plate.
Hridayananda?
Hridananda. Yeah, he gave you the Maha plate, but was it here you get the Maha Prasadam?
Well, who is saying that, first of all?
David Beeman, I think.
Oh. Hmm.
Ah, it's always. Yeah, David Beeman, Kamalakanta.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this is real Maha, Maha, is the is what awakens your soul.
Yeah.
It's spiritual food. I mean, really. I mean, you got to feel away. Otherwise, you're eating it and thinking, "Oh, this is very good." Yeah, but did you have an awakening yet? That's our work. Yeah, Harikata, chant and ecstasy, all that, and that's the Maha, Maha, Maha.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
Not that much anymore. I think. Let's go up. I want to be the chosen one. But you are chosen, David Beeman, otherwise you weren't. Freddie says, I had 2 occasions that the super soul warned me from within. It was an all pervading voice in my whole body you could not ignore.
Mm.
The Lord gave him twice. Wow. A warning, I think.
Mm. Yeah, warning. Yeah. Okay. What else?
Madhu Sudana says, Benny, due to reincarnation, we may experience a little spiritual awakening and carry it out next human body. And if we read or meet a spiritual, conscious person, we will pick up where we were until we meet a bona fide spiritual master who will complete your journey. Until then, your journey is incompleted. Yeah, that's so.
Yeah, I mean, if you want Krishna Vrindavan, if that's in your heart, then the completing of the journey is you get the bhav, the qualification. So like for Gopakumara, he had to complete his bhajan in Vrindavan so he could get that bhav developed, because it doesn't develop just place, even in the dham moments. You got to be around devotees who worship like that. So this is the place, the person dhams. Here you can develop that same kind of bhav to be qualified to enter Vrindavan. You become attracted to Vrindavan. You like his sweet pastimes. Do you like that conjugal way of worshiping? You worship the holy name with great ecstatic devotion, to the point of tears and holy laughter and everything. Those qualifications. When you develop that, then okay, now you can go to Vrindavan. And you're actually there now and getting a taste of it with whatever the body can handle. And so that's why, and even if you had anything, in the universe here that you're still, still a little attracted to, maybe, yeah, you work that out, but still you got the ecstatic worship, and by and by you just gradually give these other things as insignificant.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Amy says, oh, when will these people stop with their vicious attacks? Oh, never, Amy. I don't live in that illusion. They will continue. The proof is in the pudding. Clear as day. Srila Gaura Haridas is as real as they come.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey, if we don't get vicious attacks, we don't have proof of potency.
We
You got to
can't
get,
teach.
yeah. See, the vicious attacks are a symptom of attraction. Jesus had vicious attacks, and he
Yeah.
just brushed them off. If you found a real, see, the way you can tell is people when they start be expressing themselves or whatever it is, they get vicious attacks from people because people always, the Maya. Now, if you could respond like, "Oh, why don't they understand me?" You know, why can't they understand me? Okay, well, you're still weak. See, you're not spiritually fortified. The person who is living on this divine potency, that's their strength, and then so the Maya throwing these arrows, these snake, they're like snake weapons: deceit, anger, jealousy, hatred. If you're fortified by the divine presence, then it's like nothing. That has no power over the spiritual potency. See, so that's proof of potency, and you'll have to draw that because that'll come out of people, and that's their only way of purification is they have that such hatred in there, it has to be drawn out of them. It's kind of like Kalya. Kalya had tremendous anger and hatred poison that was inside, and Krishna just kept making contact. Kalya kept fighting, and eventually surrendered. And all the poison came out. That's why I say there have people here, the inside, they're trying to undermine what we do sometimes. They got conflict. They're conflicted. One part really loves, it's kind of like a Judas inside. The one part of them, that's why you see Jesus said, well, stick around. You'll get through it. And so, because part of them really loves what we're doing, and then part of them wants to destroy it. See, the conflict is the evil, the really evil part. He really hates God, wants to compete, wants to be, that kind of stuff. Well, you stick around. Let's see who wins, because the spiritual potency is stronger than that, and the person gets purified, just like Putana. Main contact with Krishna would not let go of her nipple, and just sucked all the poison out of her by contact with the spiritual potency. And she became a devotee, real devotee, sincere, not like, oh, Krishna, I love you, here, but here's the poison, type thing. So that's, that's why Jesus said to his disciples, don't think if they hated me, they're going to hate you because you're part of me. The same thing happens to me, happens to Lolita or Johan or anybody out there. You just, it's the same thing. Like when Jesus said, when you dedicate your life to my name, see, and that's the path. Hey, if you have a bona fide guru here delivering people, you stand up for them, man. Now you're playing ball. Now you're on the winning team. Now you're in the major leagues because now you're going to deliver souls. That's the way the Lord does it. You need a real disciples and a real guru, especially living. Otherwise it's less potency. So anyway, if you have a living guru, and you're a real disciple, relishing the spiritual potency, and your guru is here, when you stand up and you bring people, boy, people get delivered. That's the process. And then you mature and you become that kind of guru too, and you'll deliver people. And that's a parampara, isn't it? Yeah. If you don't have a real guru, and you come to the point of deliverance and you become an ecstatic person, really, and mature, then you can also deliver others. What did Prabhupada said? You should be a father or a spiritual master unless you can deliver your demons.
Yeah, of course.
Proof of deliverance of dependence is like you have devotee. Like
This
Lalita
time?
said, she came here and it changed her life. It helped. She had awakening before, but this is what she needed. This is how the scriptures say you may be attracted to Raganuga Bhakti because you like that kind of worship and you have maybe experiences, but then you take shelter of a mature Raganuga devotee. See, this is in Rag Bhakma Chandrika. See, this teachings in this parampara are glorious, fantastic. They clarify the science of getting out of this material illusion in such a way I've never seen anywhere make it so.
Not more questions unless some remarks about Barbie and Ken and Action Man, etc.
Yeah, read that.
Really? Karuna says, I'm going to put my Action Man in a yellow dhoti.
My action.
Yeah. Um, Suck that titty chest up. That's what he,
Oh yeah, forget him. It's Karuna stuff. Okay,
yeah,
I got
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. And then answers on that, and we will be in another mood, I think.
it. Yeah, another way, another. Mm.
So she says, at first, Benny's question, I wasn't sure if it was a question about himself or Gora Hari.
Yeah.
Amy says, together we stand. This team wins every day, every time. Yeah. Without the coupons.
She's our cheerleader.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This is a very unique place. Okay, so maybe that's good enough for a while, huh? We will. God, nobody wants to leave. There are 11 people still.
We're waiting for the sign.
Okay, well, we'll go. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Tom and Lalita. And thank you, everybody who's come here. I can't see because it's not showing, but that's okay. Okay, Haribo, we'll see you in a little bit. Let's take a break. Hare